The morning sun shimmered across the quiet marina in coastal Florida, painting golden ripples over the water. Daniel Brooks wiped the grease from his hands and leaned against the railing of his small workshop. He'd been a mechanic his whole life, fixing engines, boats, and whatever else could keep him afloat. Life hadn't been kind to him, but he carried on with quiet dignity. The bills stacked higher each month. His little shop, Brooks Marine Repairs, was hanging by a thread. He could barely afford rent, yet he refused to cheat anyone. When customers couldn't pay, he often let them go with a handshake and a smile. Good work finds its way back, he always told himself, though lately that faith was fading. That afternoon, a sleek white yacht rolled into the dock, or rather drifted awkwardly, its motor sputtering and dying with a pitiful cough. Daniel frowned. That wasn't a boat for this side of town. It was spotless, modern, and screamed wealth. From the deck stepped a woman in jeans and a white blouse, her hair tied in a simple ponytail, sunglasses hiding her eyes. "Excuse me," she said, her voice calm but uncertain. "Do you fix engines?" Daniel grabbed a rag and nodded. "That's what I try to do, ma'am. What's the problem?" She sighed. "I don't know. It just stopped running halfway from Clearwater. I had to drift in." He climbed aboard, quietly impressed by how well kept the yacht was. Still, he noticed the woman didn't act like most rich folks. No arrogance, no demands. She watched him work, curious and polite, asking small questions about what he was doing. Her hands even helped hold the flashlight when he asked. After an hour of inspecting the engine, Daniel finally found the issue: a corroded fuel line that had clogged the system. "You're lucky it didn't catch fire," he said, wiping sweat from his brow. "How much will it cost?" she asked. Daniel hesitated. The part wasn't cheap, and he needed the money desperately. But something about her genuine tone, her kind eyes, made him answer honestly. "The part's about $60. Labor's on me." "Shouldn't take long," she tilted her head. "You're not charging me for your time?" He shrugged. "Ma'am, it's a simple fix. I don't like taking more than what's fair." She smiled softly. "That's rare." The woman waited as he finished the repair. When he turned the ignition, the yacht's engine purred like new. Daniel grinned for the first time that day. "There she goes. How long have you been working here?" she asked as she watched him clean his tools. "Going on 20 years. Used to have more help, but times got tough. Folks go where the money is." She looked around the little workshop, faded signs, old photos, a dusty coffee pot, and noticed how everything was cared for despite its age. "You must really love what you do." "I do," he said quietly. "Machines make sense. People don't always." The woman nodded thoughtfully, thanked him, and left. He didn't even know her name. 2 days later, Daniel was closing the shop when a black SUV pulled up. A man in a suit stepped out holding an envelope. "Mr. Brooks?" Daniel nodded cautiously. The man handed him the envelope. "Miss Carter asked me to deliver this to you." "Miss Carter?" Daniel frowned. "She said you'd remember her boat." The SUV drove away before he could ask more. Inside the envelope was a check, not for $60, but for $100,000. His hands trembled. A note fell out with it. "You fixed more than my engine. You reminded me that honesty still exists. I'm Evelyn Carter, owner of Carter Marine Industries. I've been searching for someone to head our new ethical repair division. If you're willing, come see me." Daniel sat down hard, staring at the letter. Carter Marine, one of the biggest yacht manufacturers in the country. He'd just helped the Evelyn Carter, the billionaire businesswoman who'd been in the news for months for launching a new philanthropic branch. He didn't sleep that night. Was it real? Was it a test? Still, something told him to go. The next morning, he drove his rusty pickup to the shining glass building of Carter Marine. The receptionist greeted him warmly and led him straight to the top floor. When the office door opened, there she was. No sunglasses this time. Her eyes were bright, intelligent, and warm. "Mr. Brooks," she said with a smile. "I was hoping you'd come." He stood awkwardly. "Ma'am, I don't know what to say." "Then let me," she said. "I came to that dock looking for someone who hadn't been swallowed by greed. I've met engineers, investors, and executives, but you were the only one who didn't see me as money. You just helped." He swallowed hard. I just did what's right. She leaned forward. That's exactly what I need. Someone who still believes in what's right. They spoke for over an hour. She offered him a position, not as a charity, but as a partner. Together, they'd create a new kind of service station, one built on honesty and craftsmanship. Daniel's eyes watered when he signed the papers. For the first time in years, hope felt real again. Months later, Carter and Brooks Marine opened its first branch. Business thrived, not because of fancy marketing, but because word spread fast about the shop that didn't lie. Daniel's old sign still hung in the corner of the new building, a reminder of where it all began. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Daniel stood beside Evelyn on the dock, watching the waves shimmer in gold. "Never thought I'd be here," he said quietly. Evelyn smiled. "You earned every bit of it." He looked at her and chuckled softly. "Guess I fixed more than an engine that day." She met his eyes. "You fixed my faith in people too." And as the tide rolled in, the struggling mechanic who once had nothing now had everything: purpose, partnership, and something even deeper than success.